Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nathan Hamilton, and this is a short review. Today, we will be discussing Star Trek Into Darkness. Star Trek Into Darkness is directed by J.J. Abrams and stars Chris Pine and Zachary Quinto. Now, this film, to be honest, my personal opinion, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I liked it as good as the first film. And the reason is because they kept what made the first one so good, the cast. You have all of the great characters there. You have Chris Pine as Kirk, you have Spock, you have Sulu, you have Uhura, you have Anton Yelchin as Chekhov, and of course, who can forget, Simon Pegg as Scotty, whom has some really good moments in this film, and I'm glad that they've given him, more, because, his character really wasn't introduced until the second half of the film. And even though he was awesome in that, I'm glad that they, fully included him in this film. Now, with that said, also really good supporting characters. Bruce Greenwood returns as Pike, and of course, Benedict Cumberbatch as John Harrison. Oh my God, Benedict Cumberbatch. His voice aside, the guy is an awesome actor. He is a really good actor, and I can see why they gave him the part. Now, with all that being said, other strengths of this film, it's a really good story. Really good story. Really well tied together, and I'm glad that they went with the route that they did in the story. It's about revenge in a lot of ways. And there's parts of the story that are just that, during parts of this film, you will just be so intensely wrapped up in this, you won't know what to look for. You'll just be looking everywhere for something, and then boom, it'll catch you off guard and you won't expect it. Now, overall, I have a few problems with this film. Mostly of it is the ending, but I can see why they did the ending the way they did, but I have a few pet peeves here and there, like fan service with Alice Eve, which I'm not going to complain. She's a beautiful woman. I mean, and they're blowing this up on the internet like it's some huge thing, like it's some big horrible thing, like she exposed her body and all this. I'm sorry, but didn't Zoe Saldana and Rachel Nichols do the exact same thing in the first film when Kirk was hiding under the bed? Ugh. Okay. Enough of that for right now. Back on topic. My main problem with this is the ending. The ending is, it could have been handled better. I mean, I wish J.J. Abrams would have taken a little more time to, actually, formulate a better ending, or Orsi and Kurtzman and Lindelof, the writers, would have come up with a better ending, because, the ending was kind of the thing that kept it from surpassing the first film. And I hate saying that, because this is such a good film. It's a really well made film. It's got everything. It's got nods to the original series, which I loved to death. It's got nods to all the previous entries in the film series, and I really love that. But the ending is where it kind of hit a stop sign in terms of story progression, and it just it took a detour in the wrong direction. But onto the post-production side of this, J.J. Abrams will more than likely not return to be the director of the next Star Trek film. Now, and the reason why is because of his work with the Star Wars movies, which it's kind of weird. He's going from Star Trek to Star Wars. But anyway, Star Trek, the third film, they're setting it up to be more of an exploration, and discovery kind of adventure, versus the plot of the first two. You have the set problem, and you have to find the solution. Instead, it's going to be a mysterious adventure, which if they pull it off right, will be a very good movie. But anyway, J.J. Abrams will more than likely not return for this. And there are very few directors who can replace him. Number one on my list is probably one of J.J. Abrams' common collaborators, Matt Reeves. Matt Reeves is a very good director and a very good writer. And if he comes in on this and he always does real good work. His works are personal and raw, in which if that can be utilized for the next film, I think where the characters are the primary focus of these films, it'll make the films that much better. But with that being said, you know, this is just guesstimation on my part. If Matt Reeves does step in as director, I'll have no problems, because Matt Reeves, he's got a real good history of films, and his films, you know, they get good reviews, and he's a good director, and he knows J.J. Abrams, and I know he won't do bad by J.J. Now, I've rambled enough for right now, so I'm getting rid of my letter grading. Yeah, that's right. I'm getting rid of my letter grading, and instead I'm just going to say this: if I like it, see it. Go see it. Tell me for yourself what you think. Comment, and hey, if you like what I have to say, subscribe. We always do go with subscribers here. But anyway, that's it for me. So I'll see you next time. And this has been a short review, and my name is Nathan Hamilton. Have a nice day.